this evening. It's probably, I don't know what the time is, but I know it's 2:11 like PM in the UK at the moment, and if I don't do this now, I just don't know when I'm going to have a moment to actually to kind of talk over some of the stuff vitamin D related, obviously, with you guys. First and foremost, like I get so many messages, emails, Snapchat messages, Instagram messages from all of you who are suffering with vitamin D deficiency, and I'm really glad that you thought that you could open up and, you know, let me know what's going on and ask for my advice, whether it be to do with recovery or the dosage that you're using. Obviously I'm not a doctor, but I love to be able to help where I can, and that was the whole point in me doing the video in the first place. It was the fact that I just needed to share the story so that somebody else that was going through it would not feel by themselves or feel alone. So it's always fantastic to hear from you guys, and it's always great to then talk to some people months after and find that they're, you know, they're getting much better. So there is light at the end of the tunnel, never forget that. So yeah, as you know from my story a couple of years back, suffering with vitamin D deficiency, which then led to me having quite severe health anxiety, and majorly having an impact on my recovery process. You kind of know that it's been quite a long journey for me. It was quite a long journey at the time for me, should I say, and I completely empathise with what you're going through. I know it's really difficult, and as I said, I get loads and loads of messages from people talking about, you know, asking me whether these symptoms are correct, to some people who are dealing with health anxiety themselves and just need that little bit of like hope that it's going to get better, even for people that are on supplements but don't quite see a change as quick as they want to, and they're kind of wondering, like, is it just me, am I getting better? So I'm just going to answer a few things now. It's not going to be a long video. I'm just going to try and make this as short and sweet as possible. And hopefully I'll be able to do more of these kind of videos as more questions come through, etc. So one of the top things that I get is people asking whether, like, they'd say, oh, I'm feeling dizzy, Priscilla, my bones are hurting, I've got headaches, like, is this the symptoms of somebody that's suffering from vitamin D deficiency? Now, one thing you need to realise, and I've said this in my video before, is that the human body, like, all of our bodies are very different. We all function in different ways, and although yes, there are things that work in particular ways, but deficiencies can affect us differently. And I found with vitamin D deficiency in particular that I was getting such a wide range of symptoms, from the brain fog feeling, to bone aches, to insomnia, anxiety, etc, etc. And some people, they might not suffer from brain fog but have excessive bone aches, joint pain. It just varies. So don't be scared if you've googled vitamin D deficiency and you've got like a list of 5 things, and you maybe think, oh, I've got a bit more, I've got a bit less. Go and see your doctor, your GP. Make sure you rule out anything that's serious. If they do tell you that it's vitamin D deficiency, just know that it can take a toll on the body, and the stuff that you're experiencing will die down. As soon as you jump on the medication, you get your levels back up, you're eating correctly, you're exercising, you know, all that kind of stuff. It really does help, and I promise you, although at the moment it might seem like, no, you know, I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel, I promise you that it does get better, and you will get better, which is positive stuff. So don't be too alarmed. Once you've ruled out anything serious and they've told you that, you know, your levels are low, you're still experiencing this, just know that your body's just at the moment trying to compensate for the lack of vitamin D in your system, and that's probably why you're feeling a bit off. Because I had, as I said, I had so many random like symptoms. I would be walking straight and find myself walking this way. It was so odd. So don't be scared. That's fine. Once they've ruled out everything and they've told you that it's definitely that, and you're getting all these symptoms and you're wondering what's going on, don't be too alarmed. Just take the supplements, and it takes a while for your body to, you know, ease into it, and you'll be fine. And that kind of helps me jump onto my second point, and that's the recovery time. So often people think that you start taking the medication, it's all going to be okay. It doesn't work like that. I'm not going to deceive you. it is a process, and a process that can take you having really good days to having really bad days. You just need to allow your body to level up, which can take a couple of months. It's not a quick fix, and I know that's not what most people want to hear. Everyone wants to hear, oh, you'll be fine in 6 weeks. I can't put a number on it. Depends on the person. I've spoken to people who within a couple of weeks have felt good. I've spoken to others who it took 6 months. Allow your body to heal and do the things that you need to do to support the process of healing. Do not, I take this as a warning, do not Google. Like, don't keep Googling your symptoms and scaring yourself and saying I'm dying, or if you do that, you're going to delay the process. It's all part of it. And remember, you're taking these supplements. It needs to, go into the system properly. The more you're stressing, worried, you just mess up the flow of things. It doesn't digest properly. You can imagine the process is just so much more longer. So don't stress. Don't worry too much. Again, support it. So whether it be through exercising more regular, which helps, eating food that's high in vitamin D, going away on holiday, make sure you're exposing yourself to the sun, the good type of sun, should I say, so that you can kind of top up on that. And then just take your supplements as much as you can, and eat well, exercise, as I said, and it will help. It will help kind of with the process. What's the third thing I wanted to touch on that I often get a lot? I know it's just, I guess it's just, again, with the health anxiety thing, just feeling like it's never going to come to an end. As I said, I've been through it. I also didn't think that I would be who I am right now. I thought that was it. It messed me up beyond just having a deficiency. It like I said, I had health anxiety. It was, I still talk to my family about it, and we kind of laugh now, but at the time it was so scary, and they were telling me that they were super worried about me because I used to just stay in my room. I wouldn't go out. I was scared of dying, and it's the fear of the unknown. It's because, you're not crazy, which doctors often like to kind of say, oh, it's just depression or something. You're not crazy. You're going through something, and you know your body. You know something's not right. You don't feel right. You're scared, which is understandable. But as I said before, once they've ruled out everything that's serious, you can't stress yourself out. One of the things that I did to help me get over health anxiety, I had to retrain my body how to respond, because I was having panic attacks just on cue. Once an hour, I would have a panic attack. I literally could not go out. You have to retrain your brain. You have to say, when you've got that feeling coming, you have to come talk to yourself and say, this is not a real experience. It's going to be okay. Calm down, and just try and calm yourself down. Even though you're getting worked up, for those that have, suffered with panic attacks, you'll know what I mean. You start to, palms are sweaty, you start to feel a bit, just calm yourself and just speak to yourself inside your head and calm yourself down. You just need to keep doing it over and over. It's really hard the first couple of times, but after you get into the routine of doing it, you'll be absolutely fine. So just try and practice like things like that to just help you, because this whole process is not going to work, as I said before, if you're not in the right mind state. You need to be in the right mindset. As I said before, don't Google. It's just going to make things worse. If you have concerns and you think, this particular thing, it's rather alarming, go back to your GP, get it double checked. But, there's only so much that you can do going back and forth. As I said in my previous video, I used to go to the doctor pretty much like 4 or 5 times a week. I was in the hospital or at the GP because I thought I was going to die. And obviously the late diagnosis didn't help, because I worked myself up to a state. But hey, that's the process, and that's why we're all here. That's why it's great that, things like YouTube and Facebook exist, so that we can all connect and share our stories, so that people don't feel alone. So, I'm going to leave all my details, kind of socials, below. Message me. I will try and get back to you if there's any worries that you've got. If you just want to vent, because sometimes you just need somebody that understands, drop me an email. I'll definitely try and get back to you as soon as possible. And I just wish you happy healing, and any questions, just let me know.